Welcome back to Cartoon Analysis. I'm your host Giovanni Perez Mendez, and in this video, I will be reviewing Season 3 Episode 7, Part 1 of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, other known as Demoncism. Let's check it out. While Star tries calling Tom to meet up for the date he had promised, she is trying to keep Glossark under control, who is after the corn chip bag on the ground. As she is about to feed him, Ponyhead enters after Star lets her in while she is sweating at an unusual rate. Star begins to go on to talk about Tom and the situation, but immediately Ponyhead blurts out about why she is sweating, and it's because she knows why Tom hasn't answered. She was told not to tell Star this, but Tom went to have a Demoncism. Star wants to stop him before he goes through with this, but Ponyhead tells her she has no idea where it is and they're very hard to find. Then Ponyhead realizes she had an ex-boyfriend who was Demoncism and they should ask him. Apparently, this ex was very interested in punk and rock music. They find Seahorse, Pony's ex, and he is working at a mere phone store while in this robot acting state. Ponyhead tries to see if Seahorse still likes her, but gets nothing out of that question being answered and starts crying and gets upset after having her heart broken. Star decides to chime in about the Demoncism by using her brain to speak like Seahorse. She manages it and he has a map printed out for her and Ponyhead, but it is very awkward for Star while Ponyhead is still crying over a boy. Star and Ponyhead then reach their destination of where the Demoncism is happening, and Ponyhead distracts the people there while Star finds Tom. Star locates Tom and he is dressing up for the Demoncism and she adores this, but suddenly thinks Tom is only doing this to get her attention. Tom denies this and admits he only wants to do this for himself to make him a better person. The reason why Tom is doing this is that he had noticed how much better Star is doing as a princess and realized how much he needs to change to be a better prince. Star still doesn't want him to go through with this, but he still wants to do with it anyways. So Star storms out still thinking this is all about her, even though Tom keeps sticking with him only doing this for himself and himself only and didn't want Star to be around in the first place for it. Star then grabs Ponyhead and the two of them leave as the ceremony commences. As the worshippers begin using magic on Tom, we begin to see them releasing his demons, but it goes horribly wrong and becomes out of their control. Back to Star, who out of rage is punching a tree while mad at Tom still, and as she punches it for a final one, an explosion happens in the background and the worshippers are running from it. Star finds Tom as the main leader is leaving and he tells her the procedure will be okay. But Star rushes in towards Tom and uses her magic on the cuffs, restraining himself to keep him under control. She then grabs and hugs him as he goes through agonizing pain to keep him calm. After the procedure, Tom awakens to Star pacing around near his bed and is happy to see him. The leader of the worshippers then walks in and is glad to see Tom is awake also and shows him the demon they had released out of his body. Tom thinks the whole process is over, but the leader tells him he has thousands more in himself and will have to go through the procedures years to come every single day. This upsets Tom and thinks he will be a horrible demon forever, but Star tells him it is better to try to become a better person than forcing all of the bad emotion out. Tom is happy to hear that from her and decides not to go through with going through more procedures and picks a toy for his cooperation from the toy chest the master had offered for him. He picks 2 toy windmills for him and Star, and as they walking back home, they talk about the date that is still on for the future. Ponyhead later finds them and is upset the two of them are already holding hands, and they just realized this and look at each other with blank expressions. Then the episode ends. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on bell notifications to be notified of whenever I upload or stream. Leave a like and comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Finally, share this with your friends and family to help my community, Team Analyzer, become stronger. I'm your host Giovanni Perez Mendez, signing off.